Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to continue our journey in NBA 2K21. We're up against Utah Jazz. So let's do this. Let's go. So our standing is 8-2. Talo tayo last game with Phoenix Suns. First game kasi yung last 2 seconds. 2 minutes I mean. Choke. Let's do this.
The beautiful, dramatic setting here in Salt Lake City, Utah becomes apparent when you get a look at the aerial shot of the surroundings. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Hey, Dave.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was, led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, DA. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
So the Nets starting 5. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. And it's Gobert in at the 5. He'll be the Nets off.
And we started. Yes, we start. Bye,
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Bogdanovich comes in for Derek Favors. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Junior. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's intriguing. Early on, critics questioned DeAndre's commitment to the game. But boy, has he answered them back.
That one misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now, here is O'Neal. Over Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
To the inside, here's Junior. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And you know, Tissot has a multitude of sports stars and other celebrities as their spokespeople. They added another recently. Junior has come in to represent the brand.
Greg, you have to appreciate Junior's team for seeking out deals like this one with Tissot. He continues to look for opportunities to grow his name. Now, here's Junior. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Clearly a foul.
For Utah, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
O'Neal hits them both. Now, Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the first round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense I've ever seen in the postseason.
You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Nets trail by 4. To the middle, here's Junior.
Hey.
That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
They understood what the defense was trying to take away and game plan a great strategy to take advantage of it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's Junior missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Here's Clarkson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Clarkson's got his second basket of the game. Nets trail by 8. To the paint. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. 6 points for Junior.
Some players don't like to attack the interior. Not the case with Junior. He'll attack anywhere he sees an opening.
Now, here's Clarkson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in. Jordan's shot is off. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Mitchell wide open. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Down low. Lays it up off the glass. Junior's got 8.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Mitchell. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Junior the pass to Jordan. Shoots it up. Dinwiddie with the bucket. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Mitchell passes to Niang. Mitchell's shot is good. He has 6.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Here's Junior. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Junior. Inside. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Down in the low post, it goes.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And so it's Utah bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams. Here is Spencer Dinwiddie discussing the effects of that.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot of turnover, and so we're all adjusting and getting used to playing together and building that chemistry and that foundation.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of the...
Nice. What nice. 6 points. 5. Good. Good. 1. 1 points. 5 maybe. 10 points. Another 1 point. Very good.
Utah ends up going with the new group. So for the Nets. And here are the Nets. They're on a 19-6 run. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside.
Nice.
Conley out there with O'Neal. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. That's the group right now for Utah. That's Ingles. Now Favors, defended by Durant. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Junior heading to the hoop. And Junior throws it down.
The long arms and quick hands of Durant. Jump starting to break.
Jazz trail by 8. And here is O'Neal. Over Junior. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Junior. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Utah. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Utah trailing here. Conley with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
On the wing, Harris. Here's Junior. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
For Utah, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. O'Neal hits them both. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. Passes it to KD. The Nets working the ball around now. The shot's good. Griffin's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get him the rock inside the paint.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closely. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The officials are all over that one.
For Utah, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the 2nd quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the 1st.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz. Top of the key, Griffin to the inside. Junior, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Junior's got 12.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Conley. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Derek Favors. Irving kicks to KD. Here's Junior. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 14 points for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jazz trail by 3. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell. After Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win,
Foul.
it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks,
Okay,
David.
excellent.
And not backing down from the physical defense. Junior embraces taking on
Nice.
these
4-4-4.
challenges.
1:29 left to play here in the half. Mitchell left side. That one trumps for him. Mitchell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team...
Hold on! You gotta buckle up on that.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Here's Junior. Back to Harris. The pass to Junior. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 20 points for Junior.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, what a play! Watch your hand.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
And that one's good, Junior.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now, here's Mitchell. 16 points for him. Some solid defense from Junior. And so, guys, it's Junior making things happen for Brooklyn. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Tatlo pa rin. Na. Ano na ba? Lulobo na ba? Points. 7 points. Okay, 10 point lead. Okay, 15.
Different look for Utah. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Favors. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Then for the Nets, Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Junior comes in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Gobert, the pass to Mitchell, shoots over Dinwiddie. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Brown. Then it's Junior. Then there's Griffin. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. That one good for 2. Clarkson's got 11.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 15-point game. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Rudy Gobert getting it done off contact. Love the increase in his focus on the offensive end.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
So difficult to defend. Mitchell can stretch you out to 3, beat you at the rim, and everything in between.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. On the wing, Mitchell. Nets leading by 12. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Showing some dedication on the drive. Junior takes good angles when attacking the rim.
Mitchell passes to Ilyasova. Back to Mitchell. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Harden the pass to KD. To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Here's Clarkson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
The Nets with the lead. Dinwiddie kicks to Harden. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists in the game.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Here's Clarkson. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it. 3-on-3. Lets the 3 fly. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's Clarkson. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like. What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Lock at 6. Dinwiddie against Clarkson. Utah getting another chance here. And Durant sends it back. To the wing right side. Harden inside the 3-point line. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half. Mitchell passes to Ilyasova. Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. Over Durant. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 29.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Griffin passes to Junior. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 5 assists tonight. Jazz trail by 18. Mitchell kicks to Ilyasova. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Count that bucket.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Down low, here's Junior. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. 30 points for Junior.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Mitchell against KD. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Durant against Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Pass to Clarkson. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Nets. They finish off the third quarter with a 13-4 run. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Nice.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's Harden, puts the fadeaway right on the money. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now Mitchell, inside. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Mitchell. Griffin trying to get open. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. To the inside, Junior. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles in for Clarkson. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Favors passes to Conley. He gets that one.
And Conley, because of his quickness and wingspan, he plays bigger than his size.
Here's Griffin. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Conley into the lane. And it's sent back by KD.
You forget, Durant has the reach of a center. He can provide rim protection. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And here is Conley. Outside Favors. Back to Conley. Here's the floater.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in.
Kaupo na ako. Okay na yun. 30 plus points. Okay, we're back.
Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Junior's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving passes to Griffin. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Griffin's got 6 in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Conley against Irving. And Gobert kicks to Favors. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Niang passes to Morgan. Here's Azubuike. Another miss by Utah.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
Good.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Here's Niang. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Pass to Azubuike. And Jordan sends it back.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Here's Azubuike, and it's blocked by Jordan. Azubuike, no good.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Jordan dishes to Junior. It's tipped. It's good.
And DeAndre has really beefed up his body over the years, remaining ready for whatever the defense throws his way.
Here's O'Neal. And he gets it to go.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Azubuike on the wing. Over Jordan. Utah the rebound. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
No good on that one. And the new G League Pro Team, Smitty, signed a number of 5-star high school basketball players. How do you think this is going to impact the college game?
Well, I think it's going to impact it, Kevin. You miss out on those stars for sure. But I think you'll get more guys that'll play 2, 3, 4 years in college, which will give college basketball more consistency.
O'Neal high post. Brown on him. Passes it to Hughes. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. To the middle. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Wonderful job moving the rock. Junior's willingness to work it to his open teammates is fantastic.
O'Neal passes to Niang. Here's Morgan, guarded by Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets on the wing. Johnson. There's the pass to Claxton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first one falls. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think, let's be honest, it makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. Claxton, the pass to Junior. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Junior's got 41.
Defense can't get Junior to back down inside. He's used to overcoming the odds.
Oh.
And Azubuike kicks to O'Neal. Pass to Azubuike. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target on the 15-footer.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
O'Neal passes to Azubuike. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that? Or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Junior.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
And it's in there. Junior's got 49 points in the game.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
No good on the free throw.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Junior. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Okay. 60%. Points double-double. When we be trade tomorrow, we'll be looking at you as a potential partner where we're coming serious money. Be sure you're not late. First of all, we'd like to attend one event mixing for DC, some global excellence. You can also pick from a list of statistical accomplishments if you want to work for it. If you fit them during the games, get a bonus. So one event. Oops. Very good. Oh. And 20 points. Okay, we're team gateway now. We educated the only one event yesterday. Our contacts over there said they were thrilled with how it went. Hope to be with we believe we can vision for yourselves like this neighborhood when you get a chance to pick up your receipt. Progress tayo. Progression. I think I need to add driving back. We're 74 overall rating. Nice. Yeah, okay. So large tower scoring. This is super positive for the upgrade moving at first tempo. Okay. With that, guys, I'm going to end this video. See each other again next time.